The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Check, check. 1852, soldier. 1852, soldier. Move, move, move. Down, ready. Rallies, rallies.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Rolls right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Go, go.
Run in the red zone, it's Young. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! They've got the lead here in the 4th. A single extra point doesn't help you much at this stage, so they'll go for 2 and try to push it out to a field goal late. Trying to pound their way in. He will be stopped short. They can't get the 2-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well run him again. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Ducks want to move quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Rush right in his face. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important.
All out of space. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season. for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Throwing more. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Number 39 set to kick this one over.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to pass. It's Cherry. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Oregon. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Trying to punch it in. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And how about the cherry on the sundae? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8.
On the return, it's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Out wide left, it's Shepard. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defense and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Becker. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Back to pass, it's Cherry. They're all over it. Gets it to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Leaves it in his belly. Got some green grass. Got the 1st down. There he goes. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. And the Ducks in the hurry up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Long way to go on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Making the adjustment. Scanning the field is Cherry. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! And they'll try to tack on two. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the Hands team is able to corral it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Oregon. And the route is on. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Man, it's nice to call plays when you call a pass and the quarterback doesn't see anything, and he just takes off and makes you look good and turns it into a run. Nice job on that two-point conversion.
Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Rushes on. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Firing for the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. The snap sets up to throw. They'll run the screen. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Moore. Under pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long. The give. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every
Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Uh-oh, look out. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Pringle. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Miami. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
Man, that is exactly the opposite of what this offense talked about. They talked about staying ahead of the chains with us in meetings and making sure they stay on schedule. And the first play, not very good.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Hughes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Drops back on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll send the back in motion. They want to throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun, looking for a man. Left side is Brown. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run with Brown. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals. Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sells to run, looking to pass. He'll pull it down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
When you have a quarterback that's this dynamic, you be stupid not to get him outside the pocket. Great job bootlegging to the right. Now I can throw the deep ball, I can throw some crossers, or I can run it and take off. It's really tough to defend. The defense did a good job, but I'm going to continue to do this and use his athletic ability to my advantage.
Here comes the offense on second down. Throwing, Mensah. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Gets the back moving. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Oh, he's got some space. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. Sends it back in motion. A give to Brown. Defense all over him.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for it.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense. This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Here's Brown. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal from the one. He's not going to get there. The defense getting penetration and stopping him behind the line.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keep it on the ground. Sees a crease. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And he intercepts it in their end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Mensah. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pringle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here today.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down, gonna throw it. That's reeled in, it's forward. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he's swallowed up immediately stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Here we go. Ready. Line 14.
On play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricanes. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point is good.
Number 91, Celtic kick it away.
From deep, it's Hughes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. In traffic, it's forward. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Fresh center down's going to the air. Throws to the tight end. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wants to throw again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Throwing right. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Second and long here. Here's Mensah to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff, Isaac Brown. He'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as the clock runs before the half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with Tulsa taking on the San Diego State Aztecs.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Handoff for Brown. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback signaling to his guy. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Canes.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky.
Dashing the D on the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals! That one will give them the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, and it makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll move the tight end. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Defense in press coverage. The fake wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That holding call's really got them backed up. They're facing 2nd and 20. throwing. Mensah grabbed in the backfield. It's Pringle. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Kick is in the air. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Couldn't hit his man in the end zone, but it wouldn't have mattered because this is going backwards for holding. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to throw one first. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
Looking for room. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking for space. It's Pringle. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's not afraid to go deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off three and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Canes will punt this one away.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Here's Brown to begin the drive. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Cardinals will hustle to the line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And they found the big fella again. And they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game.
Yeah, I'm going to the garage.
Still continue to get the on the edge. His way.
I'm going to go in the garage.
Oh, all right.
I just finished. Okay.
We got 4 minutes left in this game.
Okay. I think I need to roll up anyway.
All right, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Making the adjustment. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hughes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
second down, going to throw it. Out wide left, it's Hughes. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They booted away. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Mensah unloads to the wideout. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback changing the play. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it.
Bro, this is no way
Here
to do.
comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That's now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and they'll stop him right there on the return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here's Mensah to throw. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose.
For every logo, every order, every shipment, personal attention from volunteer giving.com.
Let's see how much you're spending. I'm going to hold on. Oh, I've got food to it. You can cancel those right now. Rocket Money has a clear dashboard that shows you all your expenses, helping you stay in control. It also shows you a list of all your subscriptions and how much you're paying. All of that. If this is the best budget plan, yes. And it's called Rocket.
Loser this one, eliminated from the 2026 Little League Baseball World Series. It has been a long and enjoyable summer for both of these teams, but it comes down to this for Ohio and down in Fort Iowa. I understand it. We're all feeling it, but they've won 4 games in 5 days. Wake up, everybody. Let's meet these kids. Come on.
My name is Walker Oswald, and my favorite animal is a parrot. My name is Bryce Williams, my favorite athlete is Jamar Chase. My name is Leo Faulkner, and my favorite hobby is fishing. My name is Zach Hilton, and my favorite dessert is Oreo drip cake.
My name is Xander Kincaid, and my favorite artist is Drake.
My name is Hudson Walkerhead, and my favorite food is cheeseburgers. My name is Grace Begley, and my favorite hobby is collecting baseball cards. My name is Bobby Frazier, and my favorite artist is Doug Barty. My name is Josiah Fontaine, and my favorite teacher is Tom Holland.
So here's our guy who is Bob Frazier out of the record books here. One is scored 4 walks. He's got 10 of them. Where did you want to play walks relative to all your other accomplishments? No, actually. You're showing up there as a target, trying to hit the ball as hard as you can. But he's okay with this. This kid is just fine with whatever happens. He's just trying to get on the base. They're going to play some more records here. That's been phenomenal since the launch. This is going to wake up early. Especially there, he's on the match. He's going to be throwing to Cooper Tisson, another left-handed catcher. So we see a lot of left-handed catchers.
That's what we've seen. Got Anthony well in the hot with 2 aces. I want to see strike 1.
He's 1 for 5 with those 10 walks. That's a big one there for Cannon Kane. Well, just warning here, it's on 44 with rain expected later this afternoon on road 2. That's outside. Yeah, the athletic Tisson behind the plate. So anything bunted, he's going to jump on. He's been on the mound, he's been in center field, and he's on already. Teeter come inside. He puts one kick right for the strike that call. But this is the Blue Trend way. He starts counting foul balls because there's going to be a lot of those as well.
Now there's almost 6 pitches coming up here for this kid. He just foul balls off. He sees a lot. It's time hundreds of
just in case one breaks. Just like that, he's found himself in a 3-2 count. Look at that. 15 plate appearances with 6 or more pitches. That would have been all 4, but he fouled out. So 2 foul balls for Trentwood. Already deep into Kane's back pocket of pitches.
And it wasn't about moving, so if you're a call for there, but
Give us 11 walks on his own.
just a match for his own. And it's so hard to accomplish. It's a that pitch there. I'm swinging at that one, trying to drive it. He just knows every part of his zone. And this is why Ohio has been that good. The guy has been on base all the time. He's all these innings for his team. It's been incredible.
Bryson Williams, who pitched really well last night, is up, and he looked at a bunt and 3 back. Connecting his guy down there. Now, when these 2 guys are up, you're going to see him on a little here in market play, but he has been involved with building, as you see, since 1983. In there for a strike. And he is acknowledging, he said, I'm a patient old man. That's who we are. I'm trying to win the game in the first. I'm trying to win the war and see who else they got. getting into bullpens a little is a good thing. And G4 continuing with Julio Samuel into right. Just like their game yesterday, they got their 2-3 off their board.
Rise and shine here. Breaking ball right down the plate. Stays inside.
You think of his body, watch his body move back out of the way to get his hands to that pitch. That's like the body awareness. That's brilliant.
So because of all the walks, their patience, their hitting ability, 28 of the 29 innings, they've had a base runner on. Think about that pressure on the team.
Here comes the 11-year-old Leo Felder. This kid, his swing has been so pure and so dynamite. He finds holes, not trying to do too much.
2-1.
See how that pitch. That's just an into the game. 2-0. I think he's a giant. Rip that ball down the line.
This one is to the first baseman, Johnson. Nice play over there to go to keep it foul. But it wasn't an easy play. And then Clay Johnson Jr. gets the first out. Maybe we need to just start using you as the bar on everything you would do. Because it's quite clear you would green light guy at the pitch. Or is it just trying to jump the fence over there? Which you did, by the way. Many times. There's a guy who can do that too. Josiah Infante. He started the game last night. They gave Wayne Williams. Both of these teams, if one of them obviously will survive, both have their pitching set up for Saturday and Sunday.
This is that game where as you have the counter coaches in there by the game, figuring out who to pitch. I pitch playing deep.
But the single by Infante has a balloon in with one.
You said Ohio Brown does a beautiful job by Josiah to get this ball into the outfield 2 consecutive hits, going to the arm or way, not even a hot. Great job by Nicotine at third base. He reads that perfectly. Boom, you stay here at third base.
Here's a guy on the team that has more hits than anybody. Jack McAdams, he's got 77 for 14. And brings in trouble. And just like that, they're already on the board. It's 1-0 Ohio. Hitting for 15 in the Liberty World Series, McAdams.
And here's the difference. They talk about first. They talk about this putting pressure on teams. 130 you're playing in it. You got to react quicker than that. Talk ball and get to it. Look at this Ohio team right out of bed, ready to run.
Frazier's facing the first one. It's trouble. And the Rays ended Williams. Well, let's see.
This decides how bad you want it, okay? We're only down 4. We should get that, okay? Come on, let's go. Okay.
This is the conundrum when you face this Great Lakes team. You need to throw strikes, otherwise you're walking everybody. At least for the first 6,
Their approach has been spot on. Every hitter here, the guys who take pitches, they're ready. The guys who's ready to hit, they've just been, everything is hard hit contact. And it's been a big time filler on the part so far.
is really is not insurmountable by any stretch, but boy, this team is absolutely incredible.